Hello, everybody, and welcome to the My Wife Loves Wrestling podcast. I'm Miles Weber,
I'm wife.
and she loves wrestling.
I do.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about
How
it.
you doing?
I'm good.
I mean, it feels weird asking you how you do. We live together.
I know. It's been so long.
It's been so long. Oh my God, how have you
Some
been?
days just feel like
Right? I mean, some days lately with like the move and everything going on, it's like how are you? Like it is feeling like that. So yes.
Which now we've learned you only ask how are you to the people that you care about and actually want to hear the story.
And you actually want to hear the story. That's
so
right.
I feel special.
You should, as you should. So yeah, what's going on wrestle-wise?
So I figured we'd open on it. It's not full wrestling, but it is something we're excited
That's
about
okay.
right now.
I love half wrestling.
Perfect.
Yeah.
With where we're going tomorrow.
Yes.
Tomorrow doing the Pod Meets World live taping.
Yes, at the time of this airing, we will have gone. It will
Yes.
have been amazing. We're going to see a live taping of Pod Meets World, which is the Boy Meets World podcast rewatch show. But this is the live version.
Yeah.
And Jodie Sweetin and the actress that played Kimmy Gibbler are going to be guests from Full House. And so, yeah, we're going to that tomorrow. Very exciting.
But we know that they are big wrestling fans, and so...
Topanga, Danielle
Yes.
Fischel, is a very large wrestling fan.
She's trying to lasso everybody else into it right
Yes,
now. Which
as she
is
should
great.
be.
As you should. So that was kind of the gist of it. I'm just like, oh yeah, that's a thing
That's the thing that we're getting ready to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. We would love to have her on the podcast as a guest 100%. So, Danielle Fischel, if you're out there listening, or if
We
anything
got questions.
happens tomorrow that helps move the needle forward in the positive direction. They did see my Boy Meets World joke
There you
on
go.
social media. So the podcast, which I think her husband runs all the social media
Perfect.
and everything. So, I mean, like, the very least, they saw the joke that I did.
Well, and I mean, I feel
submitted
like
a question for
We've
them.
said like everybody would ask her about like Topanga questions.
Yeah,
and
we
it's
wanna
like,
talk about wrestling.
and that's nice. That was a part of our childhood, but we just want to get into wrestling. and
Yeah.
so,
Yeah, we just
Yeah.
want to talk about, like,
throwing it out there.
throwing it out there into the universe.
Yeah.
Like, Topanga, we would love to talk to you about wrestling.
But I know we were also talking about, because we've asked guests when they've come on, so asking you, when did you first fall in love with wrestling?
Oh, my goodness. I mean, I first fell in love with wrestling, I'd say it was the Monday Night Wars and when those were going on. So, I mean, I had stumbled upon it. Oddly enough, I think WCW was the
Really?
one I
Your
saw
first one?
first, and then crossed over to like WWE as like, oh, there's another one. That's
Yeah.
cool. And oh, they're on at the same time. This seems strange. And so different vibes
For
from
sure.
both. I feel like WCW was a little more like my age friendly because I mean I was probably like 8
For the time, yeah.
for
That
the
makes
time,
sense,
yeah. So around like 8. So I mean, for a 7 or 8 year old, I'd say WWE was not. You know, that was the Attitude Era. That was right at the beginning of it.
Yeah.
You know, the Austin 316 and everything. That's about when it was happening. And so, yeah, I think I had stumbled upon WCW first, and I remember seeing, like, you know, Hulk Hogan and the NWO and Kevin Nash and Scott Hall. That was, like, a big thing for me. Sting, I thought was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And I saw kind of like that weird year buildup that it was Sting getting into wrestling Hulk Hogan at Starcade. As a kid, I was like, "Oh, this is cool." As an adult, I'm like, "What a sloppy, what a sloppy match!"
I mean, the pages we would have of all of it.
Oh my word for
Yeah.
WCW. And so yeah, I think like Bret Hart came in and did the count at that one
Yeah,
after
sounds right.
like Hogan had won already. They like went, "Nah." And then just put the belt on Sting for it was such a mess.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh yeah, sure. If it was so new to wrestling and a kid, you don't understand how things work. So I was like, okay, I guess this is what happens. But I really loved like the characters and how it felt. There were parts of WWE that I would watch kind of scared me. You know, Mankind at the time.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, man, he was a little scary. He'd come out, he had the original Mankind music. He would be pulling his hair out
Yeah,
and like
okay.
the mask and all that. Kane was creepy. Undertaker was creepy. And so now
Yeah.
seeing how Aleister Black creeps out our son it makes sense. I'm just like, hey, kiddo, I get it, man.
You ain't seen nothing.
You ain't seen nothing yet,
Back
man.
in my day.
Back in our day. Well, and then also like that we are very aware of what parts we show him from wrestling past because we have to avoid the Fiend at all costs.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, and we already had like a close encounter with Wyatt Six coming out. That
Wyatt
we were like,
Six,
hey, come
where
here.
we're just like, hey, come here for a second. Like, maybe you don't need to see some of their promos.
Yeah.
Like, let's not.
And then the Boogeyman coming out for an old one.
Oh, yeah, there was a Royal Rumble and the Boogeyman was coming out. And I was like, we got to do something. And I was like, I got to refine. Hey, kiddo, come into the kitchen real quick so I can fast forward this. And luckily, he loves to be a part of everything. So he's like, okay.
Perfect.
Like, he just ran right in. I'm like, oh, this would have terrified him.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So, yeah. And then I think we had a close call with the Firefly Funhouse started. And I was like, I don't know where this is going. This seems like it's for him. Because even he was like, it's for kids. And I'm like, no. Not in any way, shape, or form. And so, I felt like WCW, being as young as I was at the time, probably spoke to me more. But then I really, really, really kind of I'd say I really fell in love with it with WrestleMania 14.
Okay.
I think because, I don't know what extra year really does for me. But, it was like the whole story build up between Kane and The Undertaker, the Shawn Michaels and Stone Cold Steve Austin build up, and knowing he hadn't been the champion before, and then Mike Tyson being involved with it.
Yeah.
The New Age Outlaws opened up that WrestleMania against Cactus Jack and Chainsaw Charlie.
Yeah.
One of the many aliases.
Which, speaking of, I think I read a thing. I don't know if it's recent, but sometime this year, I guess Road Dogg's been helping out with the writing of things.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, he's been behind the scenes for a while now, but as far as like the talent developmental, but I mean, yeah, all right, right on. Well, now I'd love to know what he had hands in.
Right.
Of course, right? And so there was just so much about that WrestleMania that I'm like, this is amazing. Like I just love every part of this, and the excitement of Austin winning at the end, and just how that all played out, and then just getting into him and Mr. McMahon saga.
For sure.
And I think like having that to talk to kids at school about too, because then I found out which kids were really into wrestling. And it was like the cool kids, and they were just talking about wrestling. And then I was able to come and be like, I watched Raw too.
Yeah.
And I think we talked about it too, how like, because we were of a certain age that like, I mean, it was past bedtime. So I think my bedtime Raw was from like 9 to 11.
Late, yeah.
It started late. And so it was like from 9 o'clock to 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
And so I could watch the first hour, but I had to be in bed for the second hour.
Yeah.
And so VHS tape, put the VHS tape in, record that last hour.
And some change, and then we'd get the beginning of La Femme Nakita.
La Femme Nakita, that's what I was going to say. The beginning of La Femme Nakita was for sure when I was like, what is this?
And then it stops, and you're like, I have questions.
Only questions. Because the intro to that show was always like the first couple minutes was always like an overtly sexy something like going on, and like a half naked lady. And I was just like, this, whatever.
In my mind, her and, what was her name? Nina from Tekken were the same girl.
Same person. Same person, wholeheartedly. It's drag and droppable. But yeah, I think a big one, like I said, Hulk Hogan and Sting on Starcade. And then WrestleMania 14. Those were the ones where I was like, man, okay, yeah, no, I'm dialed in.
Yeah.
This is amazing. And then everything that came in between and after, I was all on board for.
I love it.
Yeah. What about you?
Mine was the complete opposite. Well, because my childhood up until 6th grade, I was at a private school. So now, granted, I was born on SummerSlam of '89.
Yes,
fact.
that is a fact. Yes.
And then I know my mom watched it growing up. I think her so it'd be like 2 or 3 greats grandfather was a wrestler. Oh, nice. Stanley Steamer before the carpet cleaning company. Was his wrestler name. And so it was like a big thing as far as like me and my mom watching it growing up. But then in going to a private school, I couldn't talk to anybody about it because it was such a bad thing, especially when Austin 316 started. Oh, yeah. You could not talk about it at all. And we slowly, I started corrupting Jen and Kristen into watching it. One of my best friends and still friends to this day. Yeah. And so then that became like they'd come over like on weekends and watch the pay-per-views with us.
Heathens.
And so I had somebody to talk about it too. But even there were times that my mom would drive for field trips, and Jen and Kristen would request our car, and my mom would play all the wrestling CDs that were out, and so we would listen to all the theme songs going to wherever we were going for the field trip for a private school.
Yeah.
And so so it was very like a taboo thing that I couldn't talk to a lot of people about it, and so it was just like my inner circle.
That's funny because we went to private schools at opposite times because like grade 6 and before you were there, and then grade 6 and on I was in private school, and so that's when I started watching. And so showing up, and it would be like free dress days every other Friday or something. And I couldn't wear the Austin 316 shirt, but I could wear the rattlesnake one because I mean it just said "Don't trust anybody" and had the rattlesnake on the front. And so that was kind of that was the gray area. And I wore that shirt out, man. I wore that shirt out so much.
I had one, and it was funny because we went to, it was like an indie wrestling event. My mom took me and my friend Jen and Kristen to it, and Ted DiBiase was there at the time. And he was doing like a whole talk, I think, after the show. And we were really excited to see him. We didn't realize how religious he was.
He's super religious for a man who stole so much money during the pandemic.
For real. And so I was wearing my Stone Cold Steve Austin shirt, and the one I had, it had like this little battery pack in it, where like depending on the buttons that you press, it would like do the glass shatter and then like 2 other noises. And then it said Austin 316 across it, and I was so stoked. And so I wore it to this event, and we were sitting towards the front, and Ted DiBiase points at me and starts talking shit about me wearing the shirt and how like degrading Austin 316 is to religion. And I just started crying, and I was like, this is not what I wanted out of this experience at all. So it was very traumatic.
He was introduced as like Ted DiBiase's dude, like, oh my goodness, like, what a thing, dude, and especially like you're a kid, like, why read the room, man? Like,
and it was like at a wrestling event, like it wasn't at church.
Man, we're not at church. It's a wrestling event, and so to come out and it's just like, is this really what you think? Is this the attaboy God's gonna give you when you think you go to heaven? It's just like you really gave it to that young girl in the front with the Austin 3. Thank you.
I got rid of the shirt that night. Like I was so upset.
I don't blame you, but why? My word.
Yeah, it was. So, so
that's when you fell in love with wrestling.
That's what I felt. I mean, like I said, I think because it was taboo, but then also once I got my friends into it. During the summer and holiday breaks, they would come over and we would shoot home movies, and we would pretend to be wrestlers, and we did like these Q&A segments as the Hardy Boys and like all these different things. And so it was like I loved it for what it was, but also I really like built so much of a friendship around it too. And
it was the camaraderie.
30 plus years, we're still friends.
Exactly. I feel like you knew more adults that watched wrestling though, because like you said, it was like a thing in your family of watching wrestling, whereas in my family,
but I mean,
it was not a thing.
Even then, like my mom watched it, and then when I was over at my grandpa's, he would let me watch it, but he never like knew anything, so I was telling him, like filling him in. But then it was also awful because I think the episode or the Raw that Undertaker tried to marry Stephanie and that whole thing, I watched that at my grandpa's house, and I'm trying to explain it to him. He's also paying for me to go to a private school during this time. It was a very awkward time.
Oh my goodness. Wow. It's just like, no, you don't understand. Like, she needs to be up on that cross, Grandpa. Like, because if she's not up there, she might say no. It's just...
it was a fun time.
It's so bad.
Yeah.
Oh my word. Okay.
Still loving it to this day.
Still loving it to this day. Yeah. Absolutely. Well, good for us. I love that for us.
I have my list.
You do have your list.
So I have a whole page on this one person, and you're probably not going to expect who it is.
No.
So he's an on-screen authority figure. He's a former in-ring badass, and he's a low-key social media mastermind. Adam Pearce, Scrap Daddy. I have a whole page on Adam Pearce.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. And I didn't show you this on purpose.
Wow.
First, I think it was like a week or two ago, because I follow him on everything, because duh. But also, I'm learning that depending if you follow them on Facebook or Instagram, they post different things. And so Facebook, it's like we've talked about Al Snow. You get the meat and potatoes.
You get the meat and potatoes of Al Snow on Facebook. Yeah, that's where it's good.
Same thing with Adam Pearce. And so he did a whole post because people were thinking somebody else was running his Facebook page. And he was like, no, I'm a real person. I really run it. So, no, I do see all of your comments that say I suck at my job. I do delete all of the spammy crypto comments. So, thank you. Like Chrissy from Topeka. I see it. And so it was this whole thing of just like, no, I'm a person. I see your shit. So it was funny, like, how much that circulated. But I'm a sucker for people just being themselves on social media.
Authenticity.
I love it. I know people are like, kayfabe and breaking the fourth wall. I don't care. They are people.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, they are people.
We love seeing the human behind the character. That's important.
Now, to switch over to his Instagram post. Did you see that this week?
No.
It was so good. Because typically he'll do like either something walking his dog and like walking around his neighborhood in the car, like leading up to, whatever's going on that week in wrestling. And so he did a video and it almost looked like he had been crying. And so it looked very serious and just like, I have some news and like
red-eyed and everything.
Yeah. And
he wasn't stoned.
Maybe. I don't know. I mean, this
news.
would make sense.
I lost my edibles.
And so it was very much like leading you to believe something serious happened either in his life or in wrestling.
Yeah.
And damn it, if he didn't rickroll everybody, he brought that shit back from 2008 and the music hit.
Straight up rickrolled?
Yep. He was like, I have to tell you. And then it just goes into the whole.
Never gonna give you. Oh, man.
And I was just. Warms my heart that that's still a thing.
Follow him? I feel like I don't know if I follow him.
Oh, well, you're missing it. We'll have to put it up like somewhere with this. But such a good post. Like, and just it made me laugh because I was so bought in.
That's the idea behind rickrolling.
Yeah.
You're so bought in and then gotcha.
Yeah.
Like it's a lost art form.
Yeah.
I'm glad that he's bringing it back though. Yeah. And it's great because trolls will just be like, man, you're a hack. And it's just like, it got you, man.
Yeah.
Like, you ain't got to lie to kick it.
Don't be mad that it's been around for years and it still happens.
Exactly.
So his comedic timing is hilarious.
Okay.
On social media, but also, still social media, but also with Dirty Dom. I love his interactions on camera with Dirty Dom. Him very much... He knows how ridiculous some of his storylines are.
Oh,
for
yeah.
Sure.
Good.
And so you can see him holding it back. And I don't know what happens when the cameras aren't recording between him and Dom, but obviously there's like fun shit talking.
I hope so.
But in that, especially with everything going on with the storyline with AJ and Dom right now and how much he's a part of it. I love that, like, what his posts are about Dom now, like, adding to it.
Well, it's been a very comical storyline anyway, because AJ's been like a Looney Tune character, like, looming in the shadows, like, giving Dom the eyes and everything.
Yeah.
And leaving the little secret notes and stuff like that, trying to get him. So, yeah, it's been a very comedic storyline with them.
It has obviously different belt, but it has the vibe of, remember the 24/7 belt, like like with the hardcore, and you can just bring a ref into somebody's hotel room and and so like just how on like Dom is of looking everywhere, it makes me feel like that again.
Wasn't it back in the Attitude Era when the hardcore belt was like 24/7?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Like, somebody was like sleeping.
Yeah, they'd bring a referee like into the hotel
but I'm trying
room.
to remember who did that. Where it was like
so many. Yeah.
And was it like Hardcore Holly or somebody or Crash or
Crash?
So, I know, right? So, somebody got the championship while the champion was sleeping.
Yeah.
And was able to pin him that way. And so, but they brought the 24/7 championship back for a while, and then it was very, very short-lived. It was like that Speed championship thing. That was also, like, ironically, very, very short-lived.
Yeah, well, I think like they skipped this week or something, and people are like, "Oh, what's happening?" It's like things can change. It's okay, guys.
Yeah.
Okay, that was all I had on him. I just
Fair
enjoy
enough.
him so much. From
Flowers
top
to Adam
bottom.
Pearce. Yeah.
Flowers, all your flowers.
You're doing the Lord's work. Just don't tell Ted DiBiase about it.
That jackass. The Karrion Kross match on Raw.
Yes.
Between Karrion Kross and Sami Zayn.
He won.
He did.
Yeah.
He did.
Finally got over.
I was so stoked for the match. I was so stoked on how it went, and he's over and everything with it. What was equally as exciting, Scarlett at the end. Did you see it? I know you were in and out of things.
I was in and out of things. I might have seen how that match ended.
There was.
I saw that there were some shenanigans.
There were some shenanigans.
Yeah.
But in that, there was blood that appeared from. I don't know if it was Sammy's blood on Karrion. I'm sorry, guys, or if it was Karrion's.
Somebody's blood.
There was blood, and she just grabbed Karrion's face and went for it and came out, and now there's pictures everywhere of just her with the blood on her face. And man, if that wasn't all the different feels on it of just like the like shock factor for sure, but also like going with her character, and so a weird hotness with like there's just so many layers.
I feel like I was doing stuff for you.
It was. It was. I'm not gonna lie. I'm weird. That's okay.
That's okay. It's good when you see people like they're not giving each other like tetanus or hepatitis or anything. It's just like, oh, look at that. Everybody's been tested. And everybody's good. Smear the blood.
But it's like a mix of that, but also in watching it, there's the part of like, did I just get cursed through the TV watching this? Like, yeah, there's so many layers to it.
Some type of witchcraft.
For sure. But so I love that the match happened. I love that he's getting a little push right now. I love that he won, but man, that really sealed the deal.
Was the bloody kiss? All right. Well, just because the sheer like grit of it. So at the end of WrestleMania 13, like, what if like Bret Hart wakes Austin up at the end of that match with the kiss? Like,
I mean, it depends.
Steve's like, he really is the best there was.
Is he in the same outfit that Scarlett's rocking?
I mean, we could probably do that. We could probably work something out.
There's no way he would do that.
No, there's no way. Unfortunately, I mean, if Stone Cold Steve Austin wouldn't be in the prime bottle. then I don't think he's gonna do that.
No, I mean I also don't think Bret would put that on. So there's a lot of,
which is a shame. It's like, we'll let you talk crap about Goldberg. Hey Bret, we know you love trashing Goldberg. Dangle that carrot. And he's just like, I'll put a dress on if it means I get to trash Bill one more time. It's like, come on, for old time's sake. He just retired.
Speaking of you saying that, reminded me when you were talking about WCW, because I went to a few of them, and I was at the one where Perry Saturn started rocking the dress.
Yeah.
And so I was at one of those.
Nice.
So yeah, fun little pinpoint of like,
that's fun. Yeah, him rocking the dress. I remember at some point he was coming out with a mop. Mm-hmm. That was another thing that happened.
Wrestling's weird.
Wrestling's so strange. It's so strange, but we love it for its strangeness.
Speaking of blood.
Oh yeah, let's get into
it. It was finalized bloodline, so Roman Reigns and Jey Uso versus, I'm gonna call them the Bronze.
Yeah, the Bronze.
So the Bloodline versus the Bronze. My thing, especially after watching the promo, which, man, I loved Roman's side of things and his interaction with Paul Heyman, and just, man, how far he's come on the mic.
So far.
Who still has a long way to go is Braun Breaker.
Braun Breaker. Yes, that is a fact.
His portion did not do it for me.
Of course not.
So now it's kind of like, are they the new era, or are they actually burning it down?
I mean, like, it's hard to say because they're having to call an audible with Seth getting hurt, and so it's just the two of them and Paul. But that's where it's just like, let Paul do the heavy lifting there.
And that's where I'm still saying, Miz, I know you're busy. I know you got a lot going on, and you're doing all the things and rocking your golf channel now on YouTube that I watch, even though I don't like golf, but I love the Miz. So I'm loyal.
Very.
So, and you're building a house and all that shit. But in your spare time, if you want to come be a mouthpiece once a week, It'd be great.
Be a mouthpiece in that faction. I know. They need something that's like a picker-upper.
Yeah.
They need some new life that's injected into it because, that did not do them any favors.
That flopped it.
Oh, it did. It did. My favorite with that whole interaction with Paul Heyman and Roman was like Paul like slow lowering his finger or something. Like, wasn't that what it was? Yeah. Like he just kept going.
The facts were getting heavier and
the facts were getting heavier, and he just kind of like kept and just watching every time the camera cut down. He's just like going slower and slow. I'm just like
Paul's just fantastic at
always,
what he does
all the time.
Even when
he's so quick, he's even fast asleep. Like
what were we watching? We were watching sideways, going a little bit. We were watching the Pharrell Lego movie and like how he like didn't take no for an answer and kept showing up and weaseled his way into things.
Very Paul Heyman.
Like Paul Heyman, yeah. Because everything we've watched on him and his documentary, just like that's how you do it.
Very Paul Heyman.
Get to the top. So
absolutely.
Now that's what I'm going to refer to it when people are like that. It's like, oh, you're like a Paul Heyman.
It's pulling a Paul Heyman.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at you pulling a Heyman. We love that.
So I'm really excited for the match, though.
I'm
very excited for the match.
It should be a good match. I mean, like it seems like it's going to be a good weekend.
Yes.
Like I mean, just a lot of good storylines seem like they're coming to peak. Right now, it's a matter of what titles are going to change hands, which are the big ones. I know, like CM Punk against Gunther. That's going to be interesting to see, who comes out on top of that one. And then ultimately the street fight between Cena and Cody. Does Cena turn back face? Does that happen yet? Does it happen later? Do we start to see a crack in the armor? Because I feel like...
Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
I feel like we've... you definitely have started to grow a hatred for Cody Rhodes.
I have. I mean...
Not him as a character, just as a person. Like, it's nothing wrong with your character, just who you are as a human being.
I mean, I'm not a fan of the character. And I know that says something for me being a diehard Cena fan his whole career.
Oh, yeah.
But again, I'm sure there were times that Cena's was more vanilla, but he has range.
Yeah.
I want range from Cody. I want range in his character. I want range in his freaking podcast when he talks to people. Show me you're excited about something besides Wheatley. Because if that's what you're excited about, we got some problems.
I mean, if you were getting those checks from Wheatley like he is, I mean, that's his company, right? Like, it's his thing. So I think it's more the podcast that Cody Rhodes hosts called What Do You Want to Talk About? Should be changed. The name should be What Do You Want to Listen to Me Talk About? Because it's very much him just kind of sitting in front of whoever he's got on as a guest and just spouting off all of his old stories. I'm just like, you are allowed to ask that person a question, sir, sitting in front of you. And then when you ask the question, you are allowed to listen to their answer. Now, the exception to that was when he interviewed his wife and just proceeded to like mostly bash her and like just oh my goodness, so I was weird. Just like, I don't know that they like each other. This seems very, very strange. Aside from the top of the interview where he's just like, my rock and da da da, and then he's just like, all right, now that that's out of the way. Let me insert balls and then break them.
There's just, and again, and I think this is part of what makes wrestling beautiful, right? Is like, you're not supposed to like everybody. If everybody liked the same person, it would be boring as hell. And
of course.
My cup of tea isn't everybody's cup of tea.
Not.
I like a lot of heels. I like a lot of heels more than I like faces, and that's not for everybody, and I know that, and that's fine. But Cody just typically hasn't been my cup of tea.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
Yes.
It's okay.
This is very true.
Somebody has to be excited when Cena wins.
Is it true?
So,
is it true?
Last little pinpoint about SummerSlam.
Yes, pinpoint me.
Because they keep teasing that Cardi B might be doing something in the ring for SummerSlam.
With those nails?
That's
so
your problem
excited.
with it.
Given like the work she did on the pole back in the day, the athleticism is there.
Okay.
Where's
this going? Okay.
She started out as a stripper.
Yeah.
The core strength has got to be there to a degree, at the very, very least.
Yeah.
And then inversely from there, I think, the nails would be the big thing for me. I'm just like, how are you going to... Our friend Spiro, who has the joke about it looks like she's wearing bugles, the chips on her fingernails because they're just so long. And so that's what I'm just like, what is she going to do in ring, anything with anybody?
I mean, I'm intrigued because, Jelly Roll has his match. And so it's like, is Cardi gonna like be a part of the women's match?
Is Cardi gonna be?
There you go.
Exactly. I mean, she might be. It's entirely a possibility that she might do something in the ring. But I'm just like, what is gonna happen? What is gonna
I wonder if she's gonna help Naomi in that 3-way. If she's gonna be a part of that.
That's the shenanigans, is that she interferes on behalf of Naomi. But then, inversely, does that put her in a match down the road? Because that's kind of like what happens, right? Like a la Jelly Roll right now. Like he's got into this match, this tag match, so that's going to be interesting to see. So it'd be interesting to see what it brings from the future. So there at least is that. But oh man, Cardi B getting into the wrestling ring. We'll have to wait and see what happens.
Tuned. Yeah. All right, that's all I got. That's
my
list.
You got? All right, that's fair. That's fair. We did it. We circled around. We made all the things and had all the points. So drop a comment. Let us know your thoughts on everything we talked about today in the wrestling culture. Are you excited for SummerSlam? Has SummerSlam already passed? If it has, what was your favorite match? What did you like, and what are you looking forward to in the months to come? And also drop a comment if there's anybody that you would like us to try and reach out to be a guest on this podcast. Please do let us know, because we're reaching out to folks and trying to see what we can make happen. Are you to bronze or not to bronze? Let us know. To bronze or not to bronze? That is the question. So this has been the My Wife Loves Wrestling podcast. I'm Miles Weber.
I'm Wife.
And she loves wrestling.
I do.
And we'll talk about it next time.
Bye.